Hi, Linda Goodall here. Let's look at some more functions on the operation panel. So let's look at these two buttons here. This one has a companion button over to the left as well as that one. And what this one does is it turns on automatic reinforcement stitching or reverse stitching. So what do we mean reinforcement stitching versus reverse? Well, if we look at these stitches, you can see this one and this one have like a double stitch there, like parallel lines. This one just has a dot. These three have nothing. There are 3 stitches that have this parallel line, and what that means is when you press the reverse button over there to the left, then what's going to happen is the machine will actually stitch backwards. If there's a dot or nothing, then it means it's going to do reinforcement stitching. And what that is 3 to 5 stitches right in the same place. So that's the difference between reinforcement stitching and reverse stitching. It's kind of built into the machine. So if I turn that on, that means that it will automatically do that when I start and stop. So let's turn that off. The scissors icon controls the trimmer. So we had the scissors icon over there that you could touch and it would cut the threads when you touch it. This one will force it to automatically trim. So if I turn that on, notice that it's also turned on the reinforcement and reverse stitching button, because you probably wouldn't want to trim if you were not tied off. I usually leave those off because I prefer to control that myself. Now, why would you want them on? Well, it's an efficiency thing. We like to sew, but we really want the end product. So any efficiencies we can add can help us speed that along. Why would you not want them on? Well, if you're doing, let's say, gathering stitches, you wouldn't want to tie it off or cut it because you want extra long stitches and you want to be able to pull them. Now, does that mean that anytime you stop, the machine is going to tie off and trim? No, thank goodness. You control that by touching the reverse button when you're done sewing. So it'll then do its little tie off or reverse, and it'll trim, and you're done. You just raise the presser foot and you're ready. So that's how that works.